Hello, Divine Feminine. It is my favorite reading of the week, which is your reading, of course. Why? Because, well, first of all, Divine Feminines are amazing, but we're so busy loving on the Divine Masculine all the time, worrying about the Divine Masculine all the time, and focusing on them all the time, we forget to love ourselves. So who's loving the Divine Feminine, right? Because the Divine Masculine kind of seems to be over here, over there, over everywhere except for focused on us, right? Because we're totally focused on them, which is why I love the Divine Feminine reading, because that's where our focus really actually should be. And to circle back, you're also fucking amazing. So I love this reading. And as you know, I have picked the Celtic Cross as your tarot spread because it is special to me and you are the one that deserves it. So we're going to start off today with what is Divine Feminine's current situation? What is Divine Feminine dealing with right now in real time as we speak? All right. Well, we have Nine of Cups in reverse. So what this tells me is that, Divine Feminine, you're going through some difficult internal shifts right now. Some difficult things more on a mind level that you're having to deal with. There could be some external situations like, that are being affected by all this mind stuff that you're dealing with. Like maybe you're just kind of sometimes feeling like you don't want to get out of bed. Maybe you're feeling like you just kind of want to curl up and, hide from the world. Maybe you're kind of moving toward addictive types of behavior, where you just kind of want to, you know, sleep all the time, or eat a lot of food, or not eat at all. Like it could be that you're having such obsessive thinking that you're just not even able to eat. And that's what I mean by that kind of like addictive behavior. And this is all stemming from dark night of the soul energy. A lot of the anxiety and the frustrations that come along with our twin flame awakening, we can move in and out of this energy for quite a long time. Of course, the dark night of the soul is far more intense in the very, very beginning when our twin flame first runs from us. However, some of us have been on this journey for quite a long time, and we've noticed that sometimes this energy can come back very unexpectedly. The good news is that even when it does come back unexpectedly, it's never quite as bad or as strong as it was the first time around. And you'll start to realize that this energy actually serves a purpose in your awakening process. It's a purging of things that don't serve you well. So hang tight, Divine Feminine, because things are going to get easier for you over time. You can't unknow what you know. And as you move along in this process of your spiritual awakening, you're going to continue to know more and more, especially as you start to understand what presence is and mindfulness and how to be the observer, which are all things that we are going to continue to talk about and go over. And some of you are veterans in that area, and that's wonderful as well. Oh, I just had a card fall out. So let's see here. We've got, what are Divine Feminine's challenges right now? What are the challenges that Divine Feminine is facing? All right, for this we have Nine of Wands. So keeping and maintaining personal boundaries is a challenge for you. You are a giver and you're also a rescuer. Most likely you have a lot of that kind of energy where you want to help other people. You're highly empathic. You're very loving. And, it's kind of like the predator and prey sort of like dynamic. Oftentimes very highly empathetic people, we all as humans have a tendency to think that others around us are thinking similarly to us. But that's not always the case, and so when we are highly empathetic people, very sensitive to the needs of others and very giving, we kind of assume that other people are like that too, but oftentimes they're not, and they assume that everyone's not, so they're takers. And a lot of this comes from trauma, whether you're a giver or a taker. It can be absolutely stemming from a place of trauma and how you learned to deal with it. But when you're a giver, sometimes the takers can take and take and take, and you're not anticipating it because you don't think like them. And so you can get drained and you can get taken advantage of or used, sometimes even abused. And that can be a detrimental thing for you and also for the taker as well, because you could end up, misusing your powers and enabling them to not do the work and the things that they need. And oftentimes I see this in the twin flame dynamic where the divine feminine is the empathetic giver and the divine masculine can sometimes be a taker, not always. But sometimes that can definitely be the case. And it's stemming from trauma. So we're not knocking divine masculine. They don't even necessarily realize what they're doing. It's just all egoic programs and patterns that they're trying to work through. But it's very triggering sometimes to both of you. And the best thing that you can do, divine feminine, in this kind of a situation is to recognize that you're not going to be able to think the way that they do and understand why they're doing what they're doing because they're different than you. And what you need to do is pull back and give to yourself. Okay, let them and the universe and God and source figure things out for them so that they can learn and grow and become balanced in whatever way they need to. But you focus on yourself. Give to yourself the way that you wish others would give to you. Sometimes in giving to others, we're looking for validation. And what we really need to do is just give that validation to ourselves. Okay? So, challenging for you is setting proper boundaries for yourself and to protect yourself from others. So boundaries for yourself mean I'm not going to let other people take advantage of me, and I'm going to hold myself accountable to not let other people take advantage of me. And boundaries for others are, no, sorry, buddy, you're not taking advantage of me today. That's not going to happen. Okay? It doesn't mean you have to stop giving and being a giver, but you need to become wise so that you can use your powers wisely and proficiently, divine feminine. What does divine feminine need to focus on today? All right. So this could be for you or it could be for someone that you're dealing with. Jealousy is an issue, okay? And it could be something where you're feeling and having a lot of jealousy patterns coming up, which could be coming from insecurities and past traumatic experiences that you don't want to have to go through again. Feelings of trust and betrayal could be something that are very frightening and scary for you. And so it could be something that you're dealing with internally, or you could be dealing with somebody else who's highly jealous. It could be a karmic partner that is extraordinarily jealous and very difficult for your divine masculine. It could also be a karmic partner that you're dealing with that's very, very jealous and very controlling. So what you need to focus on is having proper boundaries and knowing what's best for you, okay? And not letting those kinds of things overtake you or cause you to become reactive in a way that's not healthy for you, okay? So that's what the divine feminine needs to be focused on right now, is laying out proper boundaries and not letting yourself get overtaken or pulled into somebody else's orbit, or it pulled into mind patterns that don't serve you well regarding areas of jealousy. All right, your past. What are you leaving behind? All right. Well, it looks to me like what you're leaving behind is what we just talked about. And that's probably why it's coming up for you, divine feminine. Sometimes the universe gives us what we need before it can give us what we want. And it's a preparatory stage to get you to the place where you can vibrate at the frequency you need to in order to be able to attract what you want. And so this loving universe gives us what we need, opportunities for growth and expansion, to prepare us for living our best life. And so these situations that are coming up right now that are difficult to deal with, that are making you feel like you just don't even want to deal with life, but you have to, and you have to just keep going. The challenges that you're facing, the jealousies that are kind of arising in your sphere of influence. These are all experiences that are manifesting externally in order for you to make internal changes to change your vibrational frequency so that you no longer attract this type of scenario. So it's a learning experience. And it's a beautiful learning experience when you understand that that's the purpose behind all of it. Okay. So good job, Divine Feminine. I think you are, the universe isn't going to give you what you can't handle. Okay, you can handle all of it. I promise you that. And so what's happening right now is the universe is ready to bump you up. It's like in a video game, like Mario Brothers. It's time to level up, right? Just imagine that little level up sign. You're leveling up right now, Divine Feminine. And leveling up isn't always easy. Climbing a mountain is fucking difficult, right? Like it really hurts your legs and you can get really sore and tired and out of breath. But you know what? When you get to the top and you see that view, oh man, it's fucking worth it, right? So think of it like that. You guys are incredible. And with that being said, what are your strengths, Divine Feminine? What are your strengths? Well, of course. It's the star. Duh. I mean, what else would have come out for you guys? Look at you. You're fucking incredible. You're tapping in and tuning in to the higher frequencies of what this universe has to offer. I mean, this is renewal. It's hope. It's inner clarity, the ability to perform and experience miracles and to see them, to have the wisdom to see them. It's faith. It's being in the spotlight. I mean, shit, you guys, I know I'm swearing a lot today. I'm sorry. I'm just excited. Sometimes we need those little exclamation points, which are the swear words that our language provides for us. But you guys are awesome and you're so amazing. And look at what, like, nobody who goes through what you go through, the transformational process that you are going through, nobody does that to remain in the shadows. You are the light of this world. You are the center point of your own universe, and you are meant to shine, Divine Feminine. But that can only happen when you embrace the light that you are and don't deny it to yourself, and therefore have the ability to share it with others. Many other people, including myself and your Divine Masculine, have already seen that brilliant light within you. It's time for you to see it in yourself. What you seek outside of you already exists within you, Divine Feminine, and you are fantastic. That's just the truth. I certainly love you very, very much. All right, near future, Divine Feminine. What's going on in your near future? Near future. All right, I see this card in a dualistic way for you. You embody these qualities. And so the qualities of Queen of Swords is a self-sufficient person, someone who's really, really honest, has the ability to be extraordinarily nurturing, but in a very clear and concise way. But I also see an energy like this showing up in your reality. And the reason why this energy is going to show up in your reality is because the person that is going to embody this is going to be a reminder to you, and you're going to have a connection with them that is going to show you and bring those qualities out in you, like at a much higher frequency. It's going to be like bringing, like right now, these qualities exist within you, but they're like muted and suppressed. And this person, whoever it is going to be coming into your life or already is in your life. And they are bringing these out into like this like technicolor, right? It's like going to really highlight these qualities within you. And it's because they embody these qualities themselves. And so they're kind of a mentor. You may not even recognize them as that, but the universe has sent them into your sphere for a reason. And it's because it's exactly what you need. So whoever this person is going to be a gift for you, a gift. And it may not be that they're in your life even for very long. They may be coming into your life just specifically for that reason. Or it could be somebody that you've known for a while and will continue to know, but suddenly something is activated and a new way of dealing with and being with this person is going to suddenly become manifest and appear to you. What is the advice that Spirit and Source has for Divine Feminine? All right. The World in reverse. So what I feel that Source is trying to express to you through this card right now, to focus on and to be aware of, is a understanding that there is no such thing as permanence in this realm. Everything is a beautiful kaleidoscope of ever-changing matter all around you. And it's it's dancing atoms and elementals showing up, to give us experience and opportunity, and it's a symbiotic exchange for your evolution and theirs. And it's really quite beautiful. It's that eternal dance of everything and no thing, right? It's the all. And it's amazing. The one thing that you can know for sure that it is actually permanent is change. It's growth. It's expansion. That's permanent. But how that looks will be an ever-changing kaleidoscope that's beautiful and amazing. So be in the now moment and enjoy it for all that it is as it changes and mutates and dances and sways in the flow of creation for you. Know that you are part of it, that you are loved, that you are loved, and that you are exactly what the universe needed, or you wouldn't be here, because it does not make mistakes. And you are part of the beauty. So the more you notice the beauty around you, the more you're going to recognize the beauty that you contain within yourself. Divine Feminine, you're just so fucking cool. Just so cool. All right. Environment. What is the kind of environment that you are or will be dealing with as you continue to progress on your beautiful path? Oh, this card fell. Okay, so when this other card, I don't remember which one it was. I think it was this one that fell. The Hierophant fell at the same time, but this one was on top, so I used that card. And at the time, I actually thought to myself, is the Hierophant going to show up again? Because I don't know why, I felt a pull to it, but I felt like I was supposed to stick it back in the deck and then just keep going. So I did, and I've been shuffling, and now, of course, voila! Here it is again, right? So let's take a look at this and see, what is it going to tell you about the environment that you're going to be dealing with in the future, or that you're kind of currently entering into right now. And you could have a lot of like traditional family related issues that are coming up for you. Depending on your country of origin, the religion that you've grown up in, your family and how they have grown up. We have these environments that we're born into, and there's a lot of programming that comes along with that. And then we have all of these people around us that kind of want us to conform and stay in the stay within the lines that have been laid out. And you, my sweet divine feminine, are not meant to be that person. You are like what the universe brings in when these unhealthy, sometimes traditional things that are just outdated. They're not part of their old world. And as we're moving into the new world, the universe is sending out beautiful beings like yourself to be the ones that break the chain, okay? The sins of the father are passed on to the son, right? What does that mean? Traditions, expectations, outdated and old ways of thinking and being that don't serve us well as beings that are moving into a higher vibrational frequency in the future. Evolution is a part of this life in this world, in this realm that we're in. And as we evolve, we kind of notice an up and down oscillating, of good and bad, right? And of course, that's all in the eye of the beholder. But the universe has a divine plan. And in that divine plan, it has divine workers, so to speak. And you are one of them. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you will even ever know for sure what that is. Maybe you're not meant to, but it's the blueprint that you're following in your life. And so that's where faith and trust comes in, where you just trust the journey. You're going through all of these things for a reason. And you are being guided. And so tune in through presence and mindfulness to the intuitive parts of yourself and connect to that through prayer, through meditation, and through just a deep knowing that you're not alone, okay? You are surrounded by the abundance of life, and Source and God are guiding you where you need to go in this world to make the differences and the changes that you need. And so sometimes when people around us are fighting us the most, trying really, really hard to like contain us in like a little box that they think that we should be in, that's when you know you're doing something right. When they don't want you to change, you know that change is exactly what you need to do. Okay. So don't worry about, if you have anxiety patterns or, self-doubt patterns that come up, that are being triggered by these people around you. Don't you worry about it. You follow your heart. That's your compass. You follow your inner, your inner guidance system, and you can't go wrong, divine feminine. You can't go backwards and you can't go wrong. Okay. Life will continue to keep putting you right where you need to be. So trust yourself and have faith in those higher powers that you are connected to. So this next card is Hopes and Fears. And I think it's interesting because your reading started out with weak boundaries. And here we have another card that represents weak boundaries. And I think what it is you have these hopes to be able to, kind of overcome some of these past issues that have held you back. And your fear is that either you won't be able to do it or that you're going to mess it up or somehow like screw things up and not, do what you came here to do. You don't want to disappoint yourself. You don't want to disappoint your divine masculine. You don't want to disappoint the universe. You don't want to disappoint your parents. You don't want to disappoint your children. You don't want to disappoint your friends. The thing is, divine feminine, you can't disappoint anyone. You can't disappoint anyone on the level that like goes beyond ego. Okay. People around you may have difference of opinions. They may have different agendas. They may want something or need something and try to extract something from you. They may just want you to conform to their ideas so that they can feel comfortable not evolving and growing. But you are the chain breaker, divine feminine, whether you recognize it or not. And their issues are their issues. They're not yours to fix for them. You need to do what you know is right for you. And this whole journey, this catalyst experience of meeting your twin flame, is to push you and guide you into that place of who you truly are so that you can let your light shine. Okay, because it's what the universe needed. You're not a mistake. And exactly what you are, the frequency that you carry, where you're going, and what you're manifesting into this world is exactly what the universe needed. So don't let anybody else cause you to doubt yourself, okay? And, you know, your fear is just that. It's an illusion. It's just a fear, okay? Again, you're being complete. Oh, there's a spider. I wonder what that means. Hey, little guy. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a little spider on my table. We're going to have to look that up. See what that means, right? I've never had a spider on my tarot table before. Ooh, I like him. I'm not going to kill him. I don't know where he went. He's just a baby. He's hiding from me. I don't know. We'll look it up. He's a little like wood spider. He's a quick little wood spider too. Kind of scared me a little bit. Spiders have significant meaning though. I'm going to look that up and see after what that means. And I'll include that at the end. Hey, you guys, just as a quick little reminder, we have subscriptions now for group call memberships in our private Facebook group. I'm offering tarot readings for people who want a private tarot reading. We have one-on-ones available for coaching, and we also have email ask a question options where you can just email us and get a video response. All of these are available to you in the description box below the video. So if you guys are interested in that, please let us know. The group calls are phenomenal. We are having so much fun in there, and the conversations go deep, man. They really, really do. So if you guys are interested in that, please go check us out. Right now we're transitioning between one website to another, but our old website is still up and running. Eventually, though, it is going to change. So, just as a little heads up for you guys, okay? All right, your last card is, what is the potential outcome for Divine Feminine? You can't make this stuff up. And I'm really happy about this, you guys, because this has been a phenomenal reading. And so for those of you out there that resonate with this reading is absolutely for you. You needed to hear all of this. And the potential outcome for you is the Empress, which makes me a little emotional, you guys, honestly. What a beautiful card, first of all. And second of all, this is the truth of who you really are. Underneath all egoic structures, this is how you came into the world, and this is how you're going to leave it. You are ascending Divine Feminine. You are an empress of the stars, okay? And you're here to bring and shine your light into the world. You are amazing, whether you're female or male, because again, this energy that I'm talking about, this isn't about gender. This is about your soul's blueprint, the truth of who you are. You are amazing. You are what people would call a light worker, right? There's a lot of dogma around a lot of these terms, and I don't like using them for that reason. But the truth is you are emanating a beautiful light within you. And sometimes the world, the people around us, they want to suppress that light because they're not comfortable with their own. But it's your job to live in that light freely, and it's theirs to live in theirs, okay? But you are ascending and growing into this beautiful self-realization, self-actualization, transcendence state that very few people reach. It takes lifetimes, you guys, to get there. And that's where you are. This is your outcome, Divine Feminine. And it's much deserved. It's much deserved because it is not easy to go through this path of life that we go through in order to manifest ourselves to our highest versions. And Divine Feminine, you've worked hard and will continue to work hard to do that. And when I say hard work, again, just like all language, it can be interpreted in so many different ways. But I know this journey is not an easy one. I know it from my own personal experience, and I know it from speaking with so many others, and I know how incredible and amazing all of you are. The amount of knowledge and gnosis that I have learned from speaking with so many divine feminines is an absolute gift to me. And I try to turn around and take all of that and give it back to all of you in the community. But you guys are my guiding lights, which is why I speak of you with such reverence. Okay? You guys are just absolutely wonderful. I'm going to shuffle these. I did a hand shuffle, but something's telling me to do this, so I'm just doing it because that's what I do. I follow that little intuitive thing, especially when I'm doing these readings. So I let whatever it is that's around me guide me. Those little elementals. Oh, this is cool. I'm kind of excited to read this, you guys. Atoms. Atoms, the little elementals that I'm speaking of. The atoms. Everything is alive, you guys. Even these. Let me look this up really quick. Hold on. All right, you guys. Building. Everything is connected by the same building blocks of matter. You are electric and vibrating in motion. Being stagnant in your beliefs and growth is unnatural. Building and changing is natural. There is room for infinite variety. See? That's what the universe was trying to tell you. Right here, I think. Yeah, right here. The universe was telling you change is okay. Embrace it. Find the beauty in it. It's dancing for you. Many ancient cultures suspected the world was made up of building blocks that couldn't be seen. While the elements of earth, air, fire, and water were part of their thinking, many also thought that even these formidable elements were constructed from something. The ancient Greek philosophers Leucippus and his pupil Democritus suggested around 450 AD that atoms existed. They were infinite, and that there must be different kinds to reflect the object that was the end result. Indian and Islamic scholars also reported on the ideas of atoms, but it wasn't until the 16th, 17th centuries that the notion became a serious field of study with Bernier, Boyle, and Newton. The last 200 years have given us a clearer idea of what atoms are actually made up of. Each atom is composed of a nucleus, kind of like a sun. And one or more electrons bound to the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of protons, subatomic particles with a positive energy, and neutrons, subatomic particles with no net charge that are slightly bigger than protons. The boundaries of an atom are not well defined, so they are able to connect and vibrate. We can use a scanning tunneling microscope to view surfaces at an atomic level. The idea that we are all connected or that everything is part of a whole is somehow born out of Okay, I'm going to read that again. The idea that we are all connected or that everything is part of a whole is somehow born out in quantum physics. It is not just some romantic ideal, but it is something solid. What are the elements of this? All elements. Everything is made from this. These are the building blocks of life. And I could go on and on and on and on about this. And it is something that I plan to do for you guys in the near future. So thank you so much for being a part of this reading today. I love this reading, and it might be my newest favorite. I think it is. You guys deserve this one. It's my honor and privilege to be able to do it for you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Take care. Mwah.